that if you look at black communities in terms of the racial complexion of those who live there, then yeah, these are black communities. But when you go and look at who owned title to the real estate and the land, then you find that most of these communities that we call black ain't black at all. They are black occupied, but white owned. And because white people have always consciously made it their effort, most blacks ended up buying their homes or renting where they live from who? Other black people? No, other white people. And so when we look at the fact that if you bought today a $100,000 house and you financed it through some mortgage company, over 25 or 30 years, you would pay 3 to 4 times what that house is worth, because most of your payments would first start out as interest. And if you start looking on a mortgage, they have a schedule they call the amortization schedule. And on the amortization schedule, you will see that the first notes you pay up to about 5 or 6 years, almost all of it is interest. And so that means that after 6 years of paying that mortgage every month, you don't own none of the damn house. And if you were to foreclose at that point, you would leave with nothing, but the persons who financed it would have gotten over like a fat rat. You understand? And so this is a situation that we desperately must change. Now, I'm the president. My issues are usually largely political. And what is something that is political? Political is simply that which contains your interests. And so if we have an interest in reclaiming our neighborhood, that becomes a political pursuit. Now, in reclaiming it, there's a mechanism by which you must put in place in order to reclaim it. And so what we put together, and Roe was the engineer here because he brings an extensive background in this area of real estate, and that is to create the opportunity. How do we get black people to reclaim the ownership of the real estate and land where they live? And right now, we're not in that position. And so we created together, and I'm very excited about it, a project called Project 5000. Just let that sit a minute. Project 5000. What is Project 5000? It is the first step in the reclamation process to reclaim ownership of our communities. Project 5000. It seeks to acquire 5,000 parcels of real estate that is in our community. Where you live on the west side, where we live here on the south side, where we may live in the suburbs, we want to reclaim that real estate. What is the opportunity in front of us right now to do so? In most of these neighborhoods, particularly our neighborhoods, you have a growing number of distressed properties. As people lose their jobs, as the price of things go up, people oftentimes find themselves, if they're black, lacking the resources to be able to adequately maintain their properties. And so because of that, the property deteriorates. And the more it deteriorates, the more that parcel loses value. And at some point, the homeowner who feels all alone just don't know what to do. And when it deteriorates to a point where it don't make sense to keep paying for it, they leave. They go into foreclosure. The property is boarded up, and they don't. Now watch this. The evil outside investors who don't look like you and me, they ride through our neighborhoods every day of every week, taking pictures, writing down addresses. Sometimes whole communities are targeted for disinvestment. What do you mean, Dr. about disinvestment? In other words, the outside folks say we are not going to invest nothing in there because the community is under siege. Continue to let the properties deteriorate, and once enough of them deteriorate, then we can move in and buy them for virtually nothing. And once we buy them for virtually nothing, then we can take our capital and renovate whole neighborhoods